This is Lab 2 by Michelle McIntyre, section N03. The objective was to predict the motion of an object by taking the initial conditions from tracker and creating a model. In this one, I dropped a pudding cup and observed its motion during free fall. When I analyzed it, I included drag and also no drag. So for the analysis initial velocity, I dropped it from rest. So I made the initial velocity 0 meters per second. Acceleration due to gravity was negative 9.8 meters per second squared. F net was ma. Mass was 0.099 kilograms. F grav negative 0.9702. F drag was BV squared. Change in x I made in the model change in velocity times change in time. Change in v was acceleration times time, and acceleration I got from F net divided by the mass. So when I put the video on tracker, it was sideways so that I could have a longer video. First thing I did was calibrate the video to the height of the pudding cup. Next, I rotated the axis so all motion was in the negative y direction. And next, I put down my tracker points. Also in the beginning, I trimmed the video to include when I dropped, to start just after I dropped the cup to when it left the frame of the camera. To the right, you'll see the data and the curve created by the tracker info. And this was all in the negative y direction. So this is the model with no drag. As you can see, it's a smooth curve, and that is the model next to it. Next thing I did is I created another model with drag. The first is 0.5, the next 0.005. As you can see, 0.5, it straightens out as it reaches a terminal velocity, and 0.005, it continues to curve a little bit longer before that. This is the comparisons. The dark blue line is the 0.005 Python drag, and orange is 0.5, and the no drag is actually underneath the 0.005. It fits the gray line, which is our tracker data, a little more accurately. So I can therefore assume that there was no drag, or any drag was minimal and insignificant in this case. So the drag slightly underestimates the fall of the object from tracker, which means there was some human error, whether that was from me selecting points inaccurately, or if it was from like any drag that any calibration errors, or from taking the video at an angle so that the distance was skewed. That could have accounted for that. So we were able to, for the most part, successfully predict the motion of the pudding cup, which had minimal to no drag. Some other things, what if? What if I rotated the axis and the motion were in the x direction? The data would be the same and proportional, but the direction would be different, and thus the representation of the motion would be inaccurate. If there was an upward draft, there would have been a higher coefficient, drag coefficient, which would have made it more relevant to this problem. Also, if the object had a higher surface area, same thing, higher drag coefficient. And if the video weren't calibrated, the data would be proportional but not accurate to the actual motion. And this is my Lab 2. Thank you for listening and watching. The end.